Good evening, class. Tomorrow we will be starting our topic of energy flow through an ecosystem. I know you guys are all excited about that. So I just want you to take a few minutes, around 4 minutes, to watch and listen to this introduction PowerPoint. If you do have questions, please write them down and ask me tomorrow during class. Alright, let's get started now. So, energy flow. All food chains begin with the sun. The sun is the driving force of all food chains on Earth. Plants are called producers. Now, producers, what they do, like the name says, they produce their own food. They make their own food. They take light energy from the sun, convert it into glucose and oxygen through a process called photosynthesis. Some examples of producers are trees, plants, algae, as you can see a picture of algae right here. That is also a producer. It's also overlooked, but just so you know, it does make its own food. Plants make lots of nutrients, not just enough for themselves, but they make more than enough so other organisms can eat it, like humans. Consumers are the next link. Animals are called consumers because they cannot make their own food. Humans, we physically cannot make food to survive. So what we need to do is eat plants and other animals to get our energy. Why do we need energy? We need energy to do things we want to do. If we want to exercise, we're going to have to eat. We can't just go exercise without eating because we would have no energy to play our sport. There are 3 types of consumers that I want to discuss with you. The first type are primary consumers. These are your herbivores, your plant eaters. These are the animals that eat the producers. Zebras, they are grazers, they eat grass. Rabbits also are primary consumers. Next we have the secondary consumer. These are your carnivores, your meat eaters, and what they're going to be eating are your primary consumers. Omnivores also go in this category because omnivores will eat meat and plants, and humans are considered omnivores because we also eat meat and we eat vegetables. The third level of consumer is a tertiary consumer, and these consumers are at the top of the food chain. They eat secondary and primary consumers. Examples could be a shark. An eagle is also an example. Now, a food chain is a very complex balance of life. If you have a change in the size of a population, it's going to affect maybe another size of a population. For example, if you have overhunting, fishing, weather conditions, those all can affect a food chain. So let's say we have a drought. If we have a drought, there's going to be what? There's going to be no water. Plants aren't going to be able to grow. So what happens if plants can't grow? Zebras are going to starve. If the zebra starves, where the lion's going to eat? So the lions will eventually starve as well. So I want you to take a few minutes to see if you can construct a food chain given these 4 consumers and a producer. So what starts the food chain? What are we going to have at the top of the food chain? The sun. I hope you all said sun. That was a little trick, but I want to make sure you got it. The sun drives all food chains on Earth. Next we have producers. The grass, the trees, you can see all producers. The primary consumer is next, and that has the grasshopper, and the grasshopper eats the producer. Next, we want to look for the secondary consumer, who eats the primary consumer, and that would be the frog. Frogs eat the grasshopper. And at the top of the food chain, our tertiary consumer is the eagle. And there we have it, a little food chain for you guys. So let's review. All energy flow starts with the sun, and all living things on Earth get energy from other living things. If you do have any questions, please see me tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a good night.